Yes, people, welcome back to our live podcast, videocast. Sorry about missing out on last week, but this week we have a very special and interesting topic, and it is dear to everyone who's sitting here. And I'm assuming the viewers, you will have some of your opinions. Please remember to comment and share, and we are looking for your comments so that we can, elaborate and discuss it. So this week again, we have all our hosts. We have Rory White, we have Ryan, we have Leonie, Jason, and Fabian. And we just want to say, I hope you enjoy this. And this week we're going to look at beating or slapping. Is it ever right for a man slap a woman? Or is it ever right for you slap or flag your children? So we want to start off this week by giving Rory the floor.
Me? Oh, by the way, guys, please click the notification bell. So I know most of you guys already subscribe because we are seeing the data. But click the notification bell so that when we go live, you guys get the notification. So you don't miss it. Because best time to enjoy the show is live. All right, thank you to the 4 viewers so far. Let's get started. We're gonna start off with the flogging, beating the child. What I don't know. What are your takes, guys? What do you guys think?
Why? Hey, but before you start, remember why not last, because we missed last week. We need to announce the winner for the month of October.
Oh yeah. So we'll do that next week.
Yeah, we definitely announce the month of October. It's close.
Right. So tell me, Ryan. Let's say, Ryan. Child forget lick.
Yeah, man. You never came. Hear me out. I've heard parents say, if you spear the rod and spoil the child, the rod is, you can use your mouth and talk. I said the rod can't be the mouth. And, I've heard people say, yeah, man, you people say, boy, you use your mouth and talk and discipline the child. I say, man, the rod is something physical, man. If you use something on the child and make him know, say, listen, that the way you do wrong. Abuse is a different thing, We're not talking about abuse. We talk about actually beating the child if you know, say, boy, listen, what you do wrong. Because sometimes you talk to a child. Can you imagine a parent that's a talk? I've heard children say to me, how should I go to my mommy goddaughter to talk to me? if that child didn't know, say, boy, some pain was going to be involved in the process of or what they did was wrong and some pain was going to be involved, they wouldn't be doing the same thing or the same act over and over. So I believe at some point, you have to put them in them place with some flagging, some corporal punishment. You understand?
Yes, so that needed.
Yes, man, it is necessary.
Here's my thing. I think you should beat and teach, me say. Don't just beat alone. Because here's the difference. There's a difference with just beat alone, Because a lot of times we get beat alone. I want to explain what beat alone mean, and the parents who watch. I know one person have baby recently. Congratulations. So let me just tell you. Right? Here we go. See, the corporal punishment, it may or may not be needed. That's my take. Depends upon the child. Right? If a child unruly and take talk, don't spare the rod. If you can talk to your child and your child listening, no man, then perfect. Right? Perfect. You don't have to use the rod. Me have to get the rod. Because me had a hearing. Right? But the thing is though, when I say beat and teach, here's what I mean. I'm going to tell you how I do it. You see the beating, my parents usually just beat me. Boy, come here. Me say nothing go wrong. Me not hear nothing what she has said. All me I hear at the lick. See? So she thinks, my mother thinks, yo, she had tell me the right thing. Me not hear nothing. All me I say the lady are wicked. See? And so that not effective. None at all. Now here how I beat my children now. when my son act up, Jordan or Joshua, I call him. I say, you know, so I tell us say, not to do this thing. Right? He say, yes, daddy. I say, but I tell us say, if you do this thing, I go beat you. He say, yes, daddy. So I say, no, that mean. He say, yes, daddy. So I say, no, so you get beaten. He say, yes, daddy. I say, go for the belt. I said it for the belt, you know. so yes, when I come, I beat him. And I tell us, say, I will tell him know when I get beaten for, him know exactly when I get beaten for. Right? So that's my take. But I think say, if you're going to beat, child for know I get beaten for. Yeah, man. Right, what Jesse, what you say, Jesse? Call Mr. Jesse, that's a smile, you know.
No, I was just here thinking that you probably need the rod still, but that's just me thinking in my head. You probably
Yeah, me still need it. Me still need it.
But I think the younger they are, they probably need beating. But as they get older, I think that the beating should be reduced. As you are able to reason with them, as you are able to, there are things that they can be deprived of. And I tell you, these children that I know nowadays, you can beat them. If they decide they're gonna do something, it no matter if you beat them, you'll beat them and they'll do it anyhow. But there are things that they hold near and dear to their heart that if you deprive them of it, I think it will be more effective than the beating. The younger they are, when the reasonability is not there, but they can understand a slap. Because if you say don't touch the hot pot and they touch it and because of that.
So like at about some 2-year-old or some 3-year-old.
Come on, 3, 4, 5,
Okay.
6, 7, that age group. But as they get older and you can reason with them, I think the beating should get less. I
agree. Because I beat out every foolishness that my pitney. A long time I don't beat them. I beat out every foolishness of time. The Bible says foolishness is in the heart of the child. So every foolishness when do, him get slapped for them. So you know, say, me not to do it again. Yeah, man.
Hey, I will tell you something, you know. Before me come on the show, before me say something, Leon, before me come on the show, I almost beat my son, almost be my proper beating. The boy go outside. Then he said, me outside I play. And he said, all right, then he said, Gio, when you're done, you come inside, you know, not go too far. When me look out the door, no boy. Look out to no boy. You man, your friend them walk gone. I said, oh, this boy no say this place here. Anybody can kidnap him and he walk gone. So me come out of the house and I say, yo, me go and give him it, you know, man.
He's dead now.
Dead, man. Him a dead boy. You understand? So me walk, go down the road. And I say, but we can know. And I see him. So I say, I watch you see what I do. I see him walk and he follow the boy, them a go on, you know. And then all of a sudden, he go around the corner with the boy, out of my sight, you know. That means, you know. If me look through the window, I can't see him. And if me go downstairs where me look, I still can't see him. So he go around the corner. So I say, look how he's dead now. Look how he's dead. Yes, look how he's dead. The boy gone. So he said, when we run up, so I start running up, come in at me. Anger build up in at me now. I run up towards him and come. He said, this man, boy, you're going to get it today. So I reach up to him and I see him and he come outside with one innocent look.
Melt the heart.
Hey, the innocent look where the boy give me now. I tear him no. And when he look at me and say, boy, we do something wrong. And he knows that didn't happen now. So he look at me and say, I was just give me in a film, America, the English accent, I prop it up, you know. I was going around the corner to talk to my friends right there and so forth. We look at him in the man, I want to put on two, you know, man.
You want to put on two?
I want to put on two. So I say, you know what now? We go just talk to him, because guess what, my first time he do it. You understand? That is what we do with parents now. Sometimes when a child does something for the first time, you talk to him.
Talk to him. You have to beat him. That's when he said, when he said sometimes they beat them out of anger. And it only basically pleases the punisher at the time.
Right. That when go reach me, you know, I don't get the please. I was gonna be the one that was pleased.
Get the pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, you understand. But I say, you know what? So we see the distance when I have to walk from this or come home. I'll give him a proper talk to. You understand?
Right.
Say, yes.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. Here's the thing. You see, when it come on to in a household, them say, all right, fine. You can beat the pit in a household, nobody knows it. But then take beating out of school too. See him? I have a problem with that. See? Because I don't know. I never say beating kill nobody at school. I don't know. You ever say a man kick over school, beating kill them yet? You never see that yet.
But I just want to jump in real quick. A couple of things that you said, Roy. So you beat the foolish not your child. Up to today, my child's told me, he said, Mommy, the last time you beat me was 6 years ago. because I didn't need to beat him again. I bust his ass.
You beat the foolishness out there.
Beat him. I beat him.
Yeah,
beat him to the point when I was beating him, I said, "Tell me you're the big man in my house. You think you're big man in my house? Come again, you big yeah."
My police come here now. My police come here.
But he said, he goes, "But mommy, the last time you beat me was 6 years ago. I said, what happened to beat you since then, right?" But two, I was gonna add to the corporal punishments. I grew up here for a good 10 years. I lived in the UK, right? And I got me and schooling wasn't the greatest. I went to Barbados. I went to a private school there. I was removed from that school. And then I went to a state school. I got lashes and I was done. I was done with the foolishness.
You got lashes at the state school?
I got lashes at, yes. I went to say private school, it's all girls and whatever. They didn't do the beatings. I went to a state school. I got lashes in first form and that was it. I was done. Whatever foolishness that I was trying to do before, I was done with that. I was done.
No,
so I would always say, and I would also
beating if you go on.
Beating
if you go on at school.
In school,
What?
1, 2, and it depends on the child. It really depends on the child.
Depends on the child.
I think it must be justifiable too in terms of when you're gonna beat a child in school. Because I remember, God rest her soul, Miss McKinnon. And if you go Bert Morrison, everybody know Miss McKinnon, you know, if you went in my time. That woman, you know, play with her. Strict.
We about that, man.
Yeah, man. That she not play. Yeah. And I remember one day she in the classroom and she have, of course, one her she lose one of her legs, so she keep shaded, you know. And when she walk around, everybody have to line up themselves in the car, you know, say she will tear your skin. You understand? And me, you know, a boy take up something off of my desk. I mean, me say, boy can't take up things off of my desk. So while in the class, you know, the boy take up things off of my desk. But Miss McKellen not see him, you know. When me, you know, reach class to take up back my things, Miss McKellen see me. You understand?
Yeah, man.
She not ask nothing. She not check out the wagwan.
Wagwan, who move first?
I mean, no, say, brother, me feel something cross me back. You understand? That tell us if you feel lightning lick me.
But that is good stuff. Next time you don't move. Next time you don't move.
No, that's not justifiable because all you have to do attack. And I said, the next time I do that or whatever. You can't just lick me.
Next time you put up your hand and say, "Miss, him trouble me something I want him. Oh, you want to move in the class?"
Well, no, man. Well, that may tell us you find out what happened. You can't ask. What happened?
No, you don't even know.
So are you saying
you know what they say? I still remember. You know what they say? I still remember it though. You know what they say? I still remember it. I bet exactly. I bet they say never move after that.
Right.
I'm sure he moved after that.
Yeah?
I'm sure his memory is not a good memory, and I'm sure he moved after that. I don't think that meeting was not justifiable.
No, that's justifiable.
But as somebody in the chat is saying, a lot of beating takes place because of anger and to satisfy your anger. And I mean, that is. I don't think that is ever.
I'm going to tell you how beating justifiable. Let me tell you something. Grade 6, Miss Clark, big up yourself. I watch a show you. I know some love you, right? Miss Clark, tell me, say, listen, guys, make sure you don't know the timetable, like you know the name. See? Go home, go study your timetable. Mr. Jason that shake her head already. Let me tell you, one land, Jason, one land.
But still I know my timetable, so anyway.
And that is why I cannot get no beating. One land, man.
You get beaten anyway.
Ryan. Listen to me, good man. When Miss Clark goes up, man, when you go to school today and I make sure she's in the night and learn the timetable and everything. She said, no, for 2 times till 12 times. And she said, if you wake up in the middle of the night, you must know, say 9 times 7 is 63 all the time, every day, just like that. So I say, all right, cool. Bam, the line up, Ryan. If you go to school, line you up at the front of the class and everything. And she just walks, just walk past everybody, so walk past and she had one nice piece of stick something in her hand, one little whisk something. See him? And she just walk past us, Ryan. I don't know who she gonna stop at, you know. If a man nervous, you know, and she just stop and say, 86s. And if you don't say 48, in 2 seconds, cross your back, myself, study your timetable. See? And Ryan, let me tell you, everybody in my time, I tell you, say, mathematics scholars them. Because of Miss Clark, Miss Clark will be the hell out of you. If Ryan, it's a timetable, everybody know like about them book. Might Missy Pitty nowadays now, when I say, Missy Pitty, I say, yo, 9 times 8.
Rory, Miss Miko, Maypen Primary. She beat the hell out of me. Me still don't know the timetable, so I don't know where I
No, man, they cannot get it like Miss Clark one.
Me
Look at it like Miss
still
Clark
don't know my timetable, so I don't know where I talk about. The show,
Well,
the
Only
lineup,
proof
the
say
whole,
beating
the
don't
whole
always go
lineup,
for
the
everybody.
whole lineup. I just say, okay, I should go 9-1, 9-2, or 7, whatever. And then I remember this particular day, and she was going, and by the time she went, 3 persons didn't know it, right? So by that time, I said, okay, I maxed it out in my head. But by the time it was almost my turn, the person
She switched
before me
your
got it. Oh, Jesus, she switched it. So you know, so me get me. And me still don't know my timetable.
What tell
Me
about?
still don't know my timetable.
Listen, I'm going to tell about somebody when I have a class, right? So in a grade 6, there was this guy. It's every time Miss Clark line me up, him always have sickle cell and pneumonia as an autopsy. It's when Miss Clark give me first lick every time. Him say, me can't breathe. Miss Clark can't lick him again because guess what? Sean, big up yourself, Sean, anyway there. Sean no say. When him saying can't breathe, Miss Clark, have to stop licking. Say, can't guess what? You know what I mean? That Pitney. And you say, are you cause Pitney can't breathe, just stop lick Pitney right away, man. See? But I tell her, say, but the beating did work still. I mean, no, Sean know him timetable right now. Cause Sean...
Yo,
Hello,
you know,
trust me.
think, may I listen to now everybody in agreement. You know, beating.
No,
beating-
everybody in agreement.
Fabian doesn't not neither. So let me not say that. Beating to me was nonsense, foolishness. Because
You not get none.
me in the classroom, in the classroom, I get beaten. I was the beaten stick in the classroom because I had the dunce one. Now the problem with that, me never want to go no school. Me don't know how me a teacher today because I hate school like poison. Me know say me a go to school. If somebody ever get beaten, me a get beaten. You understand? Because you talk about maths and timetable, me no know it. Me no understand it. And nobody never take the time out to actually teach it properly. Looking back as me as a teacher now, me can say like, if me a teacher students or teach a class something, me never go with one strategy. 2 times 2 is 4. You understand? Them come and say 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 6 is 12. Me no know how you get that. The teacher never spend the time to break it down, to explain it to me.
I mean,
And
they
my
break it
brain
down.
work different.
You
My
never pay
brain work
attention.
different. Yeah, so if me can
You're a
just
visual learner. You're a visual learner, man.
they actually need to break it down and say, how the hell 2 times 2? Where that little x in the middle I mean? How they put this and then an x here and a 3, how it become 6? Me don't know.
Hey, I want to tell you a story. You see, Leon, this way you talk? Leon, tell me a story, Leon.
Which story that?
Tell me a story how you move from dunce to smart. Because the thing say everybody, all the viewers right now, I love you the story. The people. Leon tell us a story and I tell us say, if you never know say God real. Come, Leon, give them 3 minutes of the story then. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of the story. 3 minutes quickly.
As I said, I suffer throughout primary school. I suffer throughout the whole of my days at school. If anybody will get beaten at me, you understand? Because I don't know what I go on. I don't understand nothing. And we got church and we get saved. And I say, all right, we got school one day, year 10, December when exam come around. I'm sit down in my classroom and like about 2 days ago, they get saved. And we are going to do an English exam. No, it was maths. And I look for everybody, I prepare them pencil and them this and that. And I just sit down and kick back. And I know, so when I do it, I always get 0. So I did it and I say, all right.
Great thing.
Remember, I get all 5%. It's just because the teacher sorry for me and put 5 on it. Big up Miss Secrets if you watch this. Give me 5% because she just give me a 5 marks. Miss Secrets are Eden Allen. So I say, me in the class and I sit down and a lot of people don't really know, but this is what happened. I just hold on and I start praying and I say, oh God. You know, when you normally go to God in your farm, or eternal Father, this or whatever. I don't bother that. I just start talking to him and I say, oh, if you want a real God, you know, I'm there, so no. More I'm believing in you like how them say you exist and thing. I talk to you now. Open my mind and make me know what I go on. Make me understand what I go on. How come everybody can understand and me can understand? And I did that, I talk to God and the teacher said, must hold up me and she put down the paper. And I just close my eyes and I just hear my ears them pop. Like when they're up on an aeroplane and your ears them pop, you know? And the place just feel cool and it just look different to me and me can just hear everything what go on around me like a different environment, me now.
Like a dream.
I look on the paper And I look on the paper and I say the first maths is a fraction. And for some reason, I know what I say. And I could have do it. And I go through and I get full marks on the paper. By the way, I just feel happy, I laugh. I do science, I get 100, I do English, I get about 80 something. And from this one, I just start understand how to learn. You know, so me not say nobody really.
Because it's not look bad.
But a serious thing. To understand how to learn. And I think that is one of the reasons why no matter who me teach, them always learn what me I teach them. And no matter how difficult, me can always put it in a one way that them get it. Every pick me a pass.
You guys are laughing.
There is-
All a minute. You guys are laughing. I have the same testimony when I was in fourth form CXC. I have been in the bottom set of English from the time I start school. From the time I start school, me and English did not ramp. The reading, writing, that was not my thing. I was in fourth form. I took my CXCs early, and I remember exactly where I was. I wasn't in the classroom. I was in my friend's house on the bed, and the same similar. Lord, if you're real, I was crying because I'm trying to tell me about revise for English. I was about to revise for English. I don't know what that means. Revise for English. I got books in front of me. I was about to revise for this, and I'm crying. And Lord, if you're real, just let me get through. Let me get through. I need to get through. Just all I want to get through. Now. I did like the January, so I did the early set of fourth form. I think your marks come out in March, something like that. So my friend called me because I wasn't at home. I think I was at the same friend's house, and my neighbor called me and said, "Oh, your CXC results are here." And she said, I said, "Open it." And I'm taking all sorts of excuses. I said, well, I didn't really revise, and I'm not really good with English, and all these whole heap of whatever nonsense. She opened it and she's like, "Leonie, you got a 1. I go, "Who?"
Hold on, Leonie. It could be a buck up or a thing,
That's hold up.
Here's my thing. Just see what Leon just. Let me talk about Leon one. Cause Leon one, no man, boy, to God be the glory. Leon said from ever since a 0 him I get every time. Me not talk about no revise, A straight 0 Leon get, and Leon stuck in a grade 10. Big boy now. And say, God, if you're real, make me understand what on the paper. Cause on the paper look gibberish,
I don't know what I'm going
see, I don't know what I'm going. You don't know. And he said, God, if you're real, make me understand fraction. And all of a sudden, say this is a numerator, this is a denominator. And he can do LCM, everything. No, you tell me now.
Let me tell you. Even today, when I did that year in a primary school, come on, I can recall those voices in my head telling me numerator, denominator, LCM. So you find that everything.
So, Leon, how is it that now? This is what I'm trying to understand. How you not preach? How you not on the pulpit right now and preach and tell everybody say, God saves. God. Hello, this coming like
everybody have a different
Lazarus raised from the dead story.
Everybody have a different purpose.
He is preaching in the classroom. That's exactly what he's doing.
Leon, are you doing that? Are you doing that, Leon? Are you telling folks to pray and thing?
No, but you notice he said that he's
through my lifestyle.
Right, and he's slowest learner. He makes sure that nobody's left behind based on his experience, which is it's miraculous. I'm
hey, Leon bright, It's a Leon, a bright boy, so I understand how I tell me say I get pure 0. I say that makes no sense, and God just make everything just. Boy, I don't know. People put in the comments. People put in the comments. Do they believe his story or not?
Remember, he said his ears popped, so I'm wondering if he was having a hearing problem before.
One boy in my class, me and him in a year 1 from primary school, come all the way up to about grade 5. Because them got a bright grade 6 class. Him up on my Facebook page and him see me a teacher. And say, yo, I'll dog a teacher now. Then put pan in comment. And some people say, you can't say that because some people are a late bloomer or whatever. And me no normally post things like when me achieve and stuff. But if I see that, me didn't know say me talk. Man say, I'll dog a teacher now.
Wow.
You understand?
But Leon, I 100% believe you. I 100% believe you.
What he says,
sorry, I said-
God really had a hard box.
No, man, that is a
No, I
testimony.
believe him. I believe him.
It's a
But
testimony.
and that is why.
We're laugh now, but it's a serious thing.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
that's why I told him to tell the people him. Because I remember the first time him tell me, it was like, as I say, it's like was a miracle. And
Yeah,
people think God still not perform miracle.
No, but it's
And
not
so
really.
I say, you want to use the opportunity. I know we are talking about beating still, but because he mentioned the classroom, just tell the people there because that the story there.
And
I mean,
the reality is, it's a good story. And the reality is, some of the times, the things that we are beat out, we just are beating them. I beat them.
Let me tell you
Them
something.
Them not
Well,
learn
since
and
you
them not
mentioned
learn.
it-
There are things that are happening with them where they are not learning. There's
Since
things
you mentioned
and
it.
sometimes you have to intervene.
If you gotta keep beating your child, beatings ain't working. You said if you don't, you didn't beat
Let me
the
tell you
foolishness
why.
out of your child yet. Beatings don't work with that child.
Yeah, after a while, beatings stop
I
working.
have a brother who's 17, right? My brother's 17. So we have I suppose our relationship is a parenting relationship, especially when he was younger, right? Beatings don't work with him. He's not that
That's
child.
a
My
beating.
child,
That-
my child
that
needs
is
a beating now and again. He needs a little slap, and he good.
Yeah.
Right?
they don't forget beating still.
Yeah,
No,
it depends on the child. If you continuously beating a child for things,
Yo,
beatings
let me tell you
don't
something.
work.
Well,
You have
let me say
beat-
something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember, and this is why I said beating has its place. Because I remember my mother tell me a story. Not to say that every time she beat me, I agree with it and everything. But I remember one time she tell me, say, I don't remember it, but she said to me, Ryan, do not touch that thing there. And me look around upon her, and me look back on the thing. Maybe probably about 5 or 4 or whatever. Me look back on the thing, and I say, you know what, I go towards it, you know? And she said, do not touch it, you know? And me touch it and smile. Yeah? And she said she give me one slap on my hand. Oh, me, right, that's what she said to right, that's what in my back of my mind. Me look at it and me say, you know what? From that the slap there. Me see that thing, I mean, no one go nowhere near it. Because guess what? Because of that one slap. Now, not to say that she couldn't talk to me or talk to me again, but at the same time, I'm saying sometimes beating has its place and it's justifiable. And I want people to type in the chat, is beating considered abuse? No, because that is what it's labeled, you know. It's
Right.
flogging
I
child
think you need to
considered
define
abuse.
what beating is.
What age were you though, Ryan? At what age?
I was about 4 or 5.
Yeah, so
Yeah, beating
Oh,
work
so
and
you
time,
got
man.
but I think you
Hello.
got to define beating as well. 'cause
Let me tell you some
take
people.
Beating as that
You can't be
you're
my son.
fighting. You're fighting.
No,
No,
hold on,
your
hold on. Let me hear Fabian.
embarrass
Let me
me
hear
in a
Fabian.
public.
Let me hear Fabian.
I
What
can't
is
beat
it,
my son. Can't beat
What
my
you mean?
son.
Why
I
not?
beat him in a public, he embarrass me and shout it out loud. Say, I must kick him. All if he tries, give her one pitch. Don't pitch me, Dad. Big up.
Listen to me.
Hey, no, true worry. Gio did that to me
Yo,
one time.
no, all right. Last night, let me tell you what happened last night. So last night I went to the theater, right? Hold on, let me tell you what happened. I'm about to say in a public, like me response. I must say, you're there,
Jamaica,
UK.
That is why.
Jamaica think different. Let me tell you something. Last night, true story. Last time I ended up go watch Woman King with wifey and the kids, right? Now I'm in the theater and you go to intermission and wifey say, yo, shall go run, get some stuff. Because when we just come, kind of reach when the place is crowded. So we never really get no stuff before the movie start. So during intermission, she try beat the crowd. So she jump up and rush out by the time whatever. So me sit down and look at my phone. They pity them. Go so bam and jump out too. See, without saying nothing, you know. Right? Them supposed to stay, but them get up and gone. So when you look now, Mr. Joshua gone. So Mr. Jordan, I go to Mr. Jordan, listen to me. I say, stop. Mr. Go and get your brother and come back here, son. See? When me look, me see seat them still empty. And I say, what is in the Jaja land? See? Where the boy them there? So I say, I go for them now, you know, say my head down chip. See? So I say, the boy. So when I go there now, I see them. When I look now, Mr. Joshua run, come back to me, because he look like him try to follow him mother, but you know, see him mother come back to me. So when I look now, I hold him. I say, stop, I saw. I say, where Jordan there? I can't find Jordan. I start my head a go now in the right, my head start go now, see? So I say, when I think out that door and then take him where I sitting, I'm mad. And when I go find him, run at him. Remember, I say, him send go for Joshua now. So if he's supposed to come back to me now, the boy not come back. I find him in the theater, in the middle, with him go buy popcorn and so, with his mother. You know, say my head cheap. So me look at him and holding hand. And I say, tell yourself whatever. I remember me say. And I say, why did you leave? And the whole theater, but now start look at me now. See? And he look at me and daddy, whatever. I say, why you leave? I say, next thing, I know, because as a parent, we can't explain it, but yeah, I say, what if me lose him? I give him one slap on his hand, and man, whap! See, but that means everybody in the trouble look for me, no. But me never respond, none at all. I say, yo, I have to slap him. Right? Now, when we go back in that now, I sit down with him. I sit down with Joshua. I'm telling myself, I'm telling the beginning, now is beat and teach.
Good things here, the police.
See? So, you know what I do? I sit down one time, I say, Jordan, listen, this is why I teach you. See? I'm still going to teach him certain things and show him. Even before we start the program, I test him, I ask him, I said, Jordan, remember why I hit her last night? He said, yes, daddy, because, and he started recite it. See? Yes, so.
Pretty afraid of you. Pretty afraid of you.
Eh?
And she will beat it this year. True positive I am.
No, but guess what? I don't beat my children the longest while, no, except the last night slap there. No. I don't beat them because my children don't give me no trouble, right? Why they not give me no trouble? Because I beat it out of them when they were small. They beat the hell out of them. So guess what now? No? I best behave with them. I say, Rory, your children so well grown.
Yes,
They beat it out of them.
Yes.
Like, whoa.
Yes, I beat it out of them, Rory.
As you say,
Well, I see,
this.
rapid got here. Well, what child tell the Popo you in trouble? My
even
child,
at
no,
school.
I watch. No,
What is the
I
Sherika
watch.
type something do?
I
What's
watch
the
my
Sherika type?
cousin. I watch my cousins do this to their
What
parents.
Sherika say?
I'm gonna call
Read
the
that.
child services. I'm gonna do this.
Soon.
If my child come to me and tell me he's gonna call child services, I will give him the damn phone. Call them. Go and
Tell them,
them.
come for him.
It's all right.
Come pick him up.
By the time I watch my cousins, I got two cousins, and they used to do it. I'm gonna call the babe you touch.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna call child services.
Child services,
Call
you know,
them,
just in local
please.
child services.
Okay, no, I said that for going, man.
Yeah, man, beating up.
Hold on,
Sherika.
Sherika. You said
Sherika, read the Sherika
beating
say.
don't work, but punishment does. You saying that
What
beating is not a
difference?
form of punishment? I don't.
It's a
know
different
how-
Yeah,
type of...
me
I guess she's saying like put them in the naughty corner. Put them in the naughty corner.
Yeah, but no,
I
Also,
all right,
take
but
with them
hold on.
phone,
Now,
I take
there's
with
no
something.
one article that says naughty corner is a type of abuse. Did you know?
You know?
and it's an
What,
abuse.
what,
It's an abuse.
abuse. So you
What
have
is
to
that?
change the
Ignoring?
whole
Is that
naughty
neglecting and
corner.
ignoring? Is that what it is?
No, but naughty corner is corporal punishment, though, you know.
Yeah, I think
It-
come on, I neglect
it is.
all you
Yeah.
know.
So what we do now, we don't use the word naughty. We say go on the thinking step. So go and think about what you've done.
You're pretty
Yeah.
tough.
And take a time out. Yeah. Because you
Time
don't want them
out.
go and see it as a negative thing. You want them to sit down and think about what did I do wrong? So when him get him time out and him come back and say, do you know what you did wrong? Yes, daddy, I did X, Y, Z. I said, good. You know that it is wrong. Don't do it again. You know?
And that work for your child.
Yeah.
Me try naughty corner. My kids, them, when they were small and them beg me, daddy, can I go to the naughty corner? I said, go which we go which naughty corner? Go for the belt.
Oh, not the corner.
It depends on the child. It depends on the. I know my child's that because it's his birthday on Monday, and I went through his pictures. You know, going through the years. Early 0 to 2, I think they're just sweet and nice and cuddly. 3 to about 6, he was just a terror. My child was a terror. So that's when he got the slaps and the beatings or whatever. And the one where they said he spoke about up to today, 6 years later, he remembers when I dragged him out the house, kicked him out, he's banging on my door. So when I feel he banging on my door, I open up the door, I tell you, big man. You're a big man now. You're a big man and you're banging on my door. So I bust his ass. I've dragged him in. I bust his ass. He roll around the floor. Mommy, I'm not a big man. I'm not a big man. And I have not touched my child since. Naughty corner didn't work for my free phone.
Naughty corner not work sometimes. It depends. Hold on. Guys. Hold on. There's beating and there is beating. Let me tell you the beating I'm talking about.
It's abuse.
Abuse. Ryan.
Abuse different from beating.
Yeah, man. Ryan and I, we are brothers, for those who don't know, right? You're gonna see resemblance, right? He's my older brother, right? Now, here's the thing. We grew up, and we have a neighbor, Ryan can tell in front of me. That's not beating. See? That beating. Right,
I don't know if you describe that, yeah, man.
a beating. The beating wake you up, he put it to bed.
You remember one Christmas when time I get beat?
Christmas morning. That's oh my God.
And the
Oh
boy
my
a ball when he lick reach him, me say banana ball. Oh, me say Santa over there now.
Hello,
Santa ball over
Ryan.
the pan over
Hey,
there.
Ryan. I never beat them, beat them with regular belt, Like how we have it. So if we regular belt with buckler, so a fan belt, man, beat them with,
Ah, Santa.
That's
Catch him
a
with it.
fan belt. Remember one time he said, he beat all children, and he said, line up. He said, line up, I'm little too big. I said, then line up, in small one go at the front. Because, and then line up, and he having tea, he has having tea, a drink, every morning. Every morning they get beaten. That's rent, I'm not gonna lie, every morning. And those children were the worst. So, forgive me. Let's not the worst. 2 died, 1 alive, I don't know him there. But, them never turn out good, right?
As them learn to be
And I can
abusive,
tell you,
right?
they were abused, my youth. So there's a difference between, schooling the child and, as I said, beat and teach, and abusing the child, right? Because the keeper do the same thing every day. You beat the penny every day. What that makes sense?
Beat me to stop.
What that makes sense?
Big up to the family and my daddy.
We go back to what Sharika said.
Big up to my mommy and my daddy. They never beat me so much. I mean, they talk to me and teach me sense, and you never have to lick me for me.
Oh, that's why you went done. But you could have get beat zero.
Hold on. We'll go back to Sharika. We'll go back to the comments. Where do you want to say about the comments?
So Sharika said, if we I don't have a problem with taking away gadgets, taking away, depriving them of things that they like. Sometimes we can do that, yeah. But I am saying, if you go to that point where you take away him phone or take away him tablet or whatever, and the behavior continues, yeah, what do you do then? Do you not?
I've seen it happen.
Do you not inflict some form
You can't spare the rod that time, right?
No man, you have to inflict some form of.
You have to put some pain, of pain.
But I just found I felt more so here than in the Caribbean. Here, because I tell people I don't like kids, but it's not I don't like kids. I don't like the way they're parented. I don't like other people's parenting skills, especially here, right? Because they don't have boundaries. And that's, to me, that's what the foundation of all of this, of when it comes to rearing a child, looking after a child, is boundaries. And you just see these kids out here that don't have no boundaries. Right, if I do that, there's a consequence. So kids just out here doing whatever with whoever and however.
Say anything.
Oh.
Say anything to your parents.
Can't do that.
And it's just like me
Slam
and your
the door
friend.
at your parents.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, guys.
Hold on.
All
We're going to something else.
No. It's now like what, 37. So
Yeah, we'll move to the next topic, man. Because my wife here, hold on. My wife, see me put the comment on the screen. My wife said, I don't know what it's like to be beaten. My wife is the best person. Those who know my wife, the nicest person you can find. No, trust me. Those who know my wife can tell her. The nicest person you can find. She's an angel. And she never get beaten yet. Never. Never. No, she never get beaten from her parents, and me never put my hand on her yet. Will never happen.
Thank you for clarifying, Shannon.
So no, because I'm going to the next topic now.
If you are under duress, wink one time.
She's right here.
Beat them, yes, Sharika.
I joke, she's not here.
Sharika say beat them. All right, good. Me want to Sharika now beat them at all. Yes, Sharika.
Yeah, but there's a spin on it,
No, I want to talk about the other part of the two parts of the show now. I want to talk about women getting hit. Can that ever be justified? Right? I think we have a video.
Women or men?
Are men, but the society is very biased towards man nothing put down for a woman because man's stronger.
There was a video a few years last year or the year before with a woman beating a man with a cutlass. Now we should have find the video there. And the woman went to jail for it, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember that story. The woman got jail. Beat the man with a cutlass.
I can't watch it again, Leon. I can't.
I was madness though. The man that was a fenke workless man though.
No, can't say so.
Woman's a beater, so better.
Leon, play the video with this.
Play the video. What's the video? Because we're talking about the video earlier this week. I will say what about it. Fabian, if Fabian look one day I come back and you can't beat that, you can't beat him.
You know when we do roar, even show like what my son when he lick, Daddy, you're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Hold on, we'll find it.
Play the video, cause I tell us, I watched that video.
I don't know if anybody doesn't agree with this video, you know. Anybody.
I don't think it have any sound. Just watch the video, guys.
I agree in the chat.
It's vexing.
Watch the video. Eh?
Judgment.
Whoa!
No, look
Rewind,
at that.
rewind, one more time for the viewers. Those who miss it, one more time.
They weren't looking. They weren't looking.
That will start
They
oh,
were
TikTok,
looking.
Instagram,
They were
okay.
looking. I don't know
Oh
why
my
we
God.
should
One more time. Everybody look, people.
No, we don't need to look.
Oh my God.
That was a slap.
One more time. Whoa! Pass that there. Oh, have a favor pass that. Guys, what is about that? That was a Holyfield Mike Tyson a one. Then knock, boom.
You see, rapid, you see it already. Man, rapid, you see it before. My God.
They tell me about that one. Can't no man no want to talk about. Everybody quiet.
Leonie's gonna talk
Do
first.
you feel your life was threatened right there? So that guy's life was threatened and that was justified. That no one to know.
Yeah, was that he justifiable? She slapped him first, she boxed him first, and then give her a Holyfield and a Mike Tyson a one.
Rapid.
Say yes, rapid. Yes, what she deserve. Watch a Sherika say yes, she deserve
Hold
it.
on. Rapid say first. Woman forget beat in the bedroom.
That's Christ.
I want to know what rapid. That yes, if yes means that it's justifiable because.
It must say justifiable. What you guys
The
think?
entitlement. Hold on. Britney say yes. To hit the man unprovoked. Okay.
I agree with this video. She had the entitlement to hit
Slap
the
for
man
slap.
unprovoked.
Yes, she deserve it.
Everybody
Alright.
agrees.
Everybody else said she deserve it. So me alone say no. Say she don't deserve it.
Oh no, Roy, me not think she should get that lit there.
No, sir, I don't think so. I don't think so.
That could have
You
killed
can't
her.
box a man like that for no
That
reason.
could
Well, we never
Listen,
did that
Leonie,
still.
me want you open your mouth, you know.
We never did that
You wanna
still.
feel like you're gonna keep quiet for that
We never did that still. But me I tell us, Leonie, when me look at her, she box him first and me see him box her back. Me never business about the strength where him have or whatever.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
No,
Right?
I can't agree with that.
That's
I
the
cannot
problem. Let me
agree with
know.
that.
I've watched this video. This video vexed me. So this video vexed me. And the way it vexed me is the way in which people look upon and didn't do anything about it. And the issue I have with this video, right? So don't get me wrong. She was absolutely wrong for putting her hand on that man. Wrong, completely wrong. I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form. No woman, no man should be putting their hand on anybody. Full stop. However, I have an issue with the amount of force and why men are told specifically do not hit women is because of the power and control which they hold. Okay, there's a hierarchy. As men, we've had this conversation. I've already told you already. This equality BS is nonsense, right? And I tell women it's nonsense because we don't want to be fighting with men the way that men fight with other men, okay? You don't want a man to put their hand on you the way they will put their hand on another man, right? So this equality BS, y'all need to stop with it.
So hold on.
Stop talking about we want to be equal to men. No, you don't. No, you do
Sorry,
not.
not laughing after you, Leo.
No, I mean you're equal, just like the strength. The strength is different. But hold on. Guys, me see everybody in the comment. Surprisingly, honestly, everybody is actually saying
Not everybody.
The majority.
almost majority saying she
That's what I'm
deserves.
saying. But hold on a minute. Even M. Grinny here got equality slap. But hold on a minute. We already established that men and women are not the same, right? Men have, whether you agree or don't agree, men have a power and a control that women don't have. So if you have that power and control that women don't have, you can't.
What do you mean by uncontrolled? I understand the power. What do you mean by uncontrolled?
Being in charge.
Being in charge, how this hierarchy, head of household, all that nonsense that women and men have been fighting over for centuries, or probably in the last 100 years, because women are on this feminist equality thing. BS, bullshit. Sorry for me cursing. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
No, but
So to look on that video and say that the aggression that
the
came
aggression,
from
man,
that
a true man.
and
Man,
hit that woman, I was saying it, and that's okay. It's fine.
All right,
That's
but
BS.
I'm not saying it's okay, but the two of them could have drunk.
Listen.
And him could have reacted out of a place.
No.
That's wrong. It's totally wrong.
Then two sober
All right,
people.
well,
right
it's
now,
two
right
sober people.
now. Two sober people.
Two super
The first
people.
thing
Fair.
that went wrong, wrong is she took the first step towards that man.
100%.
You understand?
100%.
That's the
She
first
More
thing
than
should've
one
that
step.
went wrong.
More than one step.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the
10
first
step,
step.
one
Because
step.
that
She
means
went
that
for she hit it
premeditated
first.
to say, I am going to hit this guy. You
Yes.
understand? And that's where
Yes.
she went wrong. She should have
Yes.
prepared for the
Yeah,
repercussions.
but that's
No,
fine. But
no.
you can't hit her back like that.
No,
Hold on.
Listen.
My wife.
Hold on, I'm
True
gonna
story.
finish.
Go on, make it a true story. Go afterwards. Finish.
You cannot say you're gonna do something and not expect what the outcome can be from it. You understand? No matter if you're a man or a woman, right? So her stepping to the guy, she should have understood that it can go both ways. He either does nothing about it or knock her out. You understand? And that is what happened. Him knock her out. Was he right?
Knock her out
No.
indeed. Yeah, never right. Never right.
Not
We're
right.
not
at all.
saying that she's
You
right.
understand?
Is it justified?
It's
It's
That's
not
what I
even
said.
justified.
Yes, man,
Okay.
It's not
That's why I make sure I'm on the same
It's
page.
not justified.
Listen,
But
because
in the
no
comments, he's
situation.
saying that hit was not justified. That hit was
listen,
never-
that can't be justified.
That's not justified.
My wife give me a slap on my face 20 years ago. Right? We were at college. 20 years.
Never
I'm
get slapped because she slapped
a cuss a
somebody.
bad word. See? I'm going to say, run. If either the R1 or the B1 or something. Because a wicked piece of bad word, you know. And she goes so radam. See? Me say, she box me. One box for the man, me say, blinky everything in the brother. And I mean, at that age, because we were young, just started to her, right? I was 20 years ago. I mean, realize, the girl are mad. See? And you know, so my head not too good, you know. So I hold her hand, and I look on her. And I say, listen to me, babes, listen to me. I mean, say, I'll fingerprint on my vagina. And I say, listen, as long as we live, ask her, because she watch the show now. I say, as long as we live, see, I will never put my hand on you. I may expect the same thing from you. Don't put your hand on me. See? I say, I never grew up and say my mother, I let my father, let my mother. That's not in my bloodline, none at all. Right? I can tell you because we're brother. We never say that yet. Never. We don't live to see it. So, here's what we want to do the same thing. We will never hit you. Don't run up on me. Because it's true. I mean, my head hot, you know. But I could never lick my wife, you know why? Because if me lick her, she and not me knock her out. So because if you give your wife a lick like that, man, you cannot as a man give your wife a man forget them fist around. You can't fist your wife like that. There's no way that can be justifiable by you.
That's why
There's no way.
I would like everybody look at the video and they're talking from the perspective of the video. I would like to know if there are people here that are men here that would actually
Punch a woman like that. That's crazy.
Like that.
I'll just chill it first. Me that ease her off, right? Ease her off. I say, listen, push her off. I say, yo.
Push her off. Hold
Look
her.
like a punch.
Hold her, restrain her. I have no issue
All right,
with that.
let me tell you a
Restraining someone
contradiction.
holds
Sexual
Story.
restraint or sexual abuse.
Hold on.
But
Let me
he
tell you a
restrained
contradicting
sexual abuse,
story
eh?
about
Yeah,
this.
that's what I say.
We got
Yeah, but
come
hold
back
on
to
now.
that one there.
Let me
Sorry.
tell you the
That's
contradicting story to this. Do you know about what's her name, Courtney Clenny, and how she killed her boyfriend?
Tell me about it.
That the boy, that the girl that beat
He's
that
a
the man.
famous. Yeah, man. She used to beat him up or whatever, and him used to just brush her off or whatever. And she get popular in the OnlyFans world and whatever, and then used to
make money.
shop. And every time she beat him or whatever, she used to drink and hurt him, abuse him in public and whatever. She used to buy him gifts and everything to say sorry. Until it was such a toxic relationship, they eventually left. But him used to go around there same way, and if she just one day take it out on him and then call the police and say, please help. My boyfriend has been stabbed. Come and help me. Right? And he died. This guy died.
She stabbed
You
him.
understand? She stabbed him. And then her mother said she must say self-defense because he was abusive one. And it took them quite a while to find out that
She was
the one that
abusing
was
him.
abusing him.
Yeah, and Fabian, you need to
Hello,
remember the video show her abuse. One of the time in the elevator, the guy tried to hold her off. You see
Yeah.
that part, Fabian?
You know, hold her
And
off.
the
Yeah,
girl would
I
have
see
given
that
man
part.
hell some slap. And every time in the video, you can say this guy is not the abusive one.
I have the video,
He's
man.
always
I have the
under.
video.
He's always the one being punished by this girl, mistreated by this girl, and all him a try to do a calm her down every single time. And he was the one now that was victim, of course, to the whole situation because he was being nice to her by going back to see her after the relationship. didn't work out,
And
and
she
he
go
died
stab
in the
him.
event. So sometimes, you know, some man, because me know what this, me know about a story of this other man in the past, where the woman abused him, beat him, and we used to say, man, this man that's gonna take them, beat yeah, and he sometimes he face all a bruise up and all of that. I mean, I said, no, that
but
is
yeah,
so.
So what was he supposed to do? Should he knock her
Well,
out?
this is
No,
okay,
leave
listen,
her.
don't get me wrong, right?
Get the
That's
police
the
involved,
problem.
just like how them
Right.
get the police involved, and we.
That's
But
the problem.
Man,
That's
one
the
of them
problem.
macho. Them not report nothing. Cause man a man. You
Right.
look like you go to police station go say, "Woman a beat me."
But no,
But that's what I'm
worse,
saying.
worse.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute.
Take a beating. Worse.
But that's the problem.
That's a topic
That's
for
why.
another time.
If and I don't get me wrong, said I thought that why this was so hot for me, as I said earlier, why this was so hot for me is the day when you guys sent me, or so I saw that video. I had just taught a class on gender and crime, right? And majority was talking about women and all those things. So in regards to men, I know in the UK, 4.2% of men are victims of domestic abuse in this country, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say that women don't have the strength to beat on men or nothing like that. However, the issue comes, I guarantee you, right? The women are beating on these men, and they're saying we spoke about self-defense. The women are beating on this man. If that man hit her or beat her, he's going to prison, all right? Because whether you like it or not, we're not
Exactly,
seen as
exactly.
equals. We are not seen as equals within the eyes of the law, within society. All right. So therefore, we need to deal with things differently. So if a woman hits a man, as a man, you need to just back up. Just back up.
Report it.
Restrain
but then-
her, whatever it may be. You cannot put your hand on her. You put your hand on her.
Hold on.
You're the one that-
Hold on. Let's talk about Chris Brown. So Chris Brown, we know of Chris Brown, famous Chris Brown,
Yeah.
knocked the hell out of Rihanna, bust up her eye.
Right. I
Yeah.
remember when that came out, right? And I said,
Right.
she busted his ass same way.
Yeah,
he
right.
busted his ass
I
same
am
way.
saying the whole world came down on Chris Brown. I mean, after a while, he apologized and then forgive him, and right now I'm still all right. But
Yeah.
at the time, everybody came down on Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But I say, oh, Chris Brown fell Rihanna. And every time people ask what I'm thinking, I'm say, yo, you went in the car? See? You went in the car? Right? You don't know why Chris Brown lick Rihanna. Nobody knows to this day. Right? And maybe for whatever reason they don't want to talk about it. But here's the thing. People say no matter what, Chris Brown should never hit Rihanna like that. Now, as much as I would never hit a woman, I'm saying it can be justified, right? Here's why I'm saying it can be justified. I'm going to give a scenario. See? Let us say Rihanna, hypothetically speaking, let us say Rihanna had some STD or HIV. She got that. Let us say she cheated and got that outside. And I'm not saying, hold on, wait, let me finish. So she cheated and got that outside. She came back in the relationship. She gave it to him, right? She gave him the STD. He found out. And let us say him just say, all right, here we're going. You know, all is well. Everything cool. I'm not going to kill you. But all is well, right? Him forget about it and him move on. And let us say they're in the car now, driving. And for whatever reason, them start arguing and she start use about the same STD thing and say, that's why I have to give you STD, that's why I have to go cheaper and give you, whatever. I'm just saying, hypothetically. And him goes so, boom! And get one knock.
Justified.
It's not
Not
justified.
justified.
It's still not justified.
I think that's justified for me.
It's
not
If you come and
That's
give me
justified for you,
HIV, yes. If you give me HIV, right? And I'm give me HIV, me tell you something, I go forgive you. We're moving on. And you start brag, oh, that's why you have to give me HIV. And that's why you have to kill me. You literally kill me.
You have to take some ownership
right
of
there.
that.
Does your
That's
ego?
ego.
Yeah,
That's
you have to
all
take
that
ownership
is
for
ego.
that.
All you have to
Rory,
do.
you have to take some ownership
The
to that.
only
because guess
time-
what? You are
the
the one who
only-
trusted her.
That
You
is ego
understand?
talking.
What?
Does your
Yeah,
ego?
man.
What?
You put your trust in her, and she no.
Yeah, and she went outside and come back, and then
Yeah,
and I
but that
forgave
don't
her.
justify-
But you didn't
her.
forgive her,
But
but you didn't forgive her. You haven't forgiven. Why you haven't
No,
forgiven
but
her?
I cannot.
Why you haven't forgiven her is because the fact that she can still turn around and get to you. You haven't forgiven her.
Yeah, but why would you get to somebody by ending you ended my life?
She sounds.
You
toxic.
shortened my life by
But
giving me
she sounds
HIV,
toxic as
and then
hell.
you're gonna tell me now, say that is why I have to cheap on you, and that's why I have to give you money and give you what you have to get.
She's toxic as hell.
You know, say
That's
you-
what-
I don't know. I think that if I give him,
That's
I'm gonna
right.
take a woman for
I
that,
don't
it's justifiable.
The
I
only
think
way,
so.
the only
Alright,
justification
make everybody
you
start on
hit me, I hit you.
That is the
If
what.
you
That's what I'm
don't,
gonna say.
that is the only justification.
That's
If
the
you
only
hit
justification.
me,
I thought you were gonna
But
say.
then
Yeah,
you
my
give me
justification.
HIV.
if you
I
hit
thought you were
me,
going
I'm
down.
gonna hit you.
No.
Me take it, I give me HIV.
Hear me, I say. I thought that's what I thought that the scenario. I thought that the scenario was you were gonna give us were with she hitting you first. You understand?
because that
But
was their
hitting her
relationship.
first is never justifiable. And also,
And that was also a case, you know. She could have hit him first, right? But Mr. give another case where she never hit him first. I'm trying to show a justifiable case where she never hit him first.
That's not justifiable. There's
But
but can I
nothing
say something? Though? Can I say something, people?
Yeah.
Probably me, a Mr. Goody Two Shoe. You know, I just can't see myself really punching up a woman in her face and
No, me, I want it, Ryan. I want it to know.
Beat your
So
pride.
you come and go to two shows. Me, we're not going to lick a woman. What we just say?
But what me I say no. A woman, this
Make she lick me and see what happen.
Hold on, no. People say you're a bad man, Leon. Hold on, calm your nerves.
I know.
Me no bad man. Me no bad
Bad man.
man.
Yeah, man. Hear me I say. So make it talk, you know, because you have to tell me exactly why you do that.
We're gonna check in.
If hear me I say, if a woman decides she's going to attack me, yeah, I see something come to my mind when I see the brother face when his face bust up and me say woman a beat me. Something come to my mind, I say, all right then. A woman that goes say she'll go beat me up. And she attack me and she threw the first punch and he said knock me on my face. The first thing that come in my mind, I say, you know what, me go grab her. Yeah?
Yeah.
Me not gonna
Ease her off.
Yeah, man, ease her up and walk in front of her. I push her. I hold her and say, yo, listen, man, you can't do this. You understand? And push her off and walk in front of her. You see me? I say, me nah go decide to be. See all.
Ryan, she give her HIV though.
No,
and she said, that's why I have to give her HIV. And she knows she had it. And she give it to you on
But
purpose.
here I go.
She gave it to you on purpose, Ryan.
She's a
The
toxic
Holy Spirit.
person. That's not
Holy
just
Spirit from above. Hold on,
She's just
hold on.
toxic.
Hold on,
She's
Rory.
toxic. That's not a justified reason to beat on someone.
Are you go wrong in that? Hold on, Rory. You're too forgiving.
We're married. Let's say we're married then.
If you give me STI or
No, HIV.
me gone. You understand?
No, Ryan. So if your wife cheat on you one time and come back and give her HIV, you sleep her, so why not stay with her HIV out?
You know why me got because every single day I look on her and say this woman here not only cheat on me, but she give me a STI.
Because they were saying so.
I want you to give it on purpose. I want you to give it on
But
purpose.
Ryan is saying he could never forgive her. That's what I'm saying.
It's hard
If
to
you're
make
forgiving
it.
some, if you're
You probably can't
forgiving
forgive her.
someone,
You probably
if
can't
you're
forgive
forgiving
her.
someone,
but
it
you
doesn't
can't
matter
live
what she
with
says
that.
to you.
Yeah, me can't.
Exactly. It
Every
doesn't
day I
matter.
look on
If
her,
you truly
then she do
forgive
that to me.
someone, no matter what they say to you, it shouldn't bother you. If what they're saying to you is bothering you, means you have not forgiven them.
Yeah,
Wanna do perfect, man. Wanna do
All right, hold on,
perfect.
guys. Hold on, guys.
It's just
Hold
being
on, guys.
realistic.
Is there any female in the audience right now who believe it is justified? And what is a justified reason for a man to
I
retaliate?
think majority of the women.
Really, say I'm box with STD's fear. No.
If Sharika say, if your husband knowingly give you HIV, got it outside, find out say have it, come and give it to you knowingly, and you decide say you're gonna forgive him and HIV it out. And when you end up in some argument and him tell you say that is why I may have to give up on purpose because you listen and so. You tell me say a box. Too nice, man.
Read Sharika. What Sharika
You're too contradicting because you said that box with a woman.
Sharika say him have to run for cover because Sharika not live with him. I said to him, say, me not live with that person. Sharika say him have to run for cover. Means say, guess what? Him have to duck and hide and go.
No, run for cover means I go lick him in the face.
No, but
I run for cover mean.
You probably run for cover and permanently. You understand?
Then it's done. It's over.
I
It's
see
like you
where
said,
you
you
go.
better forgive. That's it.
Let me give you a proper justification.
We have 2
This
minutes.
woman bigger than me, and I know if she connect a hit on me, my life done for. I'm going to swing first. I now get knocked out by the woman.
Me not, yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be real. So, I've been in a relationship and it was abuse, the domestic abuse within a relationship, and the final straw was I took a bottle. He pissed me off. I took a bottle and I threw it. It didn't hit him. We had big argument. He then beat me. And his justification was, well, I know you're not supposed to hit women, but when you threw that bottle, you wasn't acting like a woman. And that was his justification.
What?
That was his justification.
What?
I was a man. I was a man in that. Yeah. So that
Yeah,
was,
man,
and
that
he
was-
sat in front of his parents. We were with
tell him
his
that.
parents, and we were sat in front of his parents, and that was the justification. Well, you weren't acting like a woman because women shouldn't behaving like that. So that's
Wow.
why I had to beat you. Yeah.
No, but you see,
That's
see-
Oh, so,
gaslighting.
and you
That's
left. That was when you
gaslighting.
left, right? That was when you left.
That was the last straw for that. Yeah, it was the last straw.
How
for
long
that.
did you stay after that?
I stayed a bit too long. It was a bit too long. I did stay.
That is it. That's what I want to talk about. People, anybody who is watching,
Yeah.
if you're in any abusive relationship,
It's
don't
easy.
try and make it work.
It's easier said than
You
done.
need to
It's
go.
easier, but it's easier said
Okay,
than
what?
done.
Rory,
Go.
I'm going to tell
And
you.
probably-
being on the
No, no, no,
And
outside
probably,
is
No,
that is
a
that
probably
bad.
physical,
Leonie.
a probably physical
Is it-
abusive relationship is even easier to leave than the mental
to leave.
abuse, because
Yeah,
that
because
one
you
Any-
you
exactly.
don't even realize,
Yeah.
because it messes your
By
mind up so bad.
by the time he was putting his hands on me, I was.
You're-
He done psychological.
You're
work from the
already
beginning.
messed up.
I
in
was
there.
already mentally.
Your self-esteem left
I
out.
was.
Yeah.
I was.
But
I was
that's
down
that's
as a
another
person.
topic.
Yeah, that's another.
that's
domestic
another
violence.
Rapid say you stay because
Rapid,
sex was
rapid,
good.
say you stay.
You know what I'm going to
Rapid. I would have mind. Rapid, I swear to you, as God is my witness, it wasn't even that good. I swear
Hello, man.
to you.
Buck, you know.
That's the one
Buck, you
relationship.
know, remember.
I swear to one relationship, I sit down, even to this day, I'm like, what was I
Why?
doing?
Why?
That's because she
God,
was
in the
mentally
bedroom.
God.
affected.
And it was
No, that's a
mentally-
mental.
Yeah.
That man, he
Man,
rolled
mess
me
up
down.
mentally.
With divided me with the family,
Yeah.
took me away from my family.
Sherika,
the
Sherika,
whole-
bad woman, you know.
No.
Yeah, if any mental abuse or physical abuse, guys, you need to go, right?
That's easier
I mean,
said
I
than
don't think any relationship worth it. And I'm speaking to both genders now, right? If you're a female and you're in a toxic relationship, right, whether
And men-
mentally or physically, you need
out.
Because
And men, if you're in a relationship where you're being brought to the point where you're feeling you have to hit her,
yeah.
that's not
Yeah, you know,
the
yeah.
girl for you.
Out.
That is
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
girl for you.
Yeah, but that's she's not the
Because
one for
there
you.
are some-
Yeah, exactly.
There are some females that are really toxic.
Yeah,
That is
it's
all
true.
they know.
100%,
That's all
it's
they
true.
know. And
It's
they
true.
like to
Them love
rile
fire
you up,
lick.
and they like
He
to
lick
rile
me
you up, and
because he love me.
they push you to the point, and they wear down your ego and all of that, and they reach to the point that they're hitting you. And
Yeah.
man, no physical man, so
Yeah,
they hit you. No, that's not the girl for you.
Yeah.
If you
yeah,
really
yeah.
feel like you want to beat her up, she's not the one.
Check my feet,
Yeah.
it's true.
Me say, hey,
That's
hey,
not it.
2 houses from me when I grew up. 2 couple houses from me, that right? Means say you have one abusive relationship physically with this guy. This guy come
that
from.
was bad.
Yeah, you remember right? That guy from Flank.
Yeah, man. That was bad.
That man beat her.
Once him show up.
Once him show up, I beat him, And when he does, he go for all mango, pick some mango and fling and lick her. And say, hey, girl. Yeah, man. And he was a known bad man from Flanker, so nobody know say her. She couldn't even leave. Come down and say, why she not leave? But she couldn't
that
leave
easy.
because
It's
easy
easy to
because him. I feel like he would have find her. See him? And that man, I'm telling you, a bad man, he is known bad man, right? Gang member, man. But trust me, him beat her silly. I see the lady who I beat. You know what? Touch her, She will beat you, That will make you know.
No,
She will
bad,
beat
bad,
you.
bad.
Right? And I tell her, only man can beat she is that the man there.
That the man. Yeah.
So
Rapid,
Because she
rapid.
didn't want me to stay my
Good
neck.
night, rapid.
In it,
Go your bed.
go long.
well, only one girl me ever slap because she didn't want me to go see me next woman. You know what? So we got ban him from the show.
No, rapid. No, you are.
Go lie down.
Oh, stop.
Go lie
Oh,
down.
we need to ban him.
Yeah.
If we don't ban
I
him,
think he
YouTube will go ban him.
My God.
No, rapid.
No, rapid. No,
You're out of hand, rapid. You're really
But guess
out of
what?
hand.
Guys, for next week though, let me just tell you guys for next week. Next week, we have a very interesting topic because Rapid talk about next woman, right? So we want to talk about having multiple
Partners.
women or having multiple men as partners. Polygamy versus monogamy, right?
Monogamy.
But here's the thing: we have an interview with somebody. So somebody will share how their culture. They are from India, the Punjabi person from India, and so their culture is a little bit different from our culture in Western Hemisphere. They deal with arranged marriage, also, you know, some parts of it may deal with polygamy and all of that stuff. But and they are doing it okay, right? And I can't disclose certain things, right? But you have to tune in next week to hear, because
Come with
it
your
will
questions as well.
it will be, yeah, come with the questions, right? It will be shocking because I mean most of us who are watching now, we are from the western side, you know, from Jamaica and the Caribbean and, you know, whatever. So we're used to things, you know, the way how, you know, we're brought
You
up.
go out and you meet
culture.
people and you
Yeah,
fall in love.
exactly, and you fall in love with, you know, your choice, and you marry that person, and it's only one person and whatever. And the funny thing about it, we believe, you know, married for love, but yet our divorce rate is ridiculously high, right? And their divorce rate is ridiculously low. But she will tell you how they manage to keep it low, and maybe there are some things they can take from it.
Sure, bro.
Maybe
Thank you for
I don't
subscribing.
know. Maybe Western Hemisphere need to follow, you know, that side of the world. Maybe, right? But
When I arrange marriage part, me can't follow that.
which the arranged marriage?
No.
Next week,
Yeah,
next
but-
week,
Next
next
week we
week.
talk about
Next
it.
week we talk about
Guys,
it when she's
guys,
here.
That ship has already sailed. What kind of arranged marriage is that about? All of this is not already sailed.
No,
These
but
are
guess what?
Indian,
Guess
they
what?
only know.
Guys,
Guess what?
guys,
We'll talk about
say,
it.
we'll just have
your
to
questions.
Question.
If you guys have
We're
any
just saying.
questions ahead of time, please just send it to our email address. It's right there. It'd be good if we can vet, because we don't want to ask questions that might offend.
Throw her. I wanna offend her.
Throw her. So,
Right.
if you want
But
to send
yeah,
in some questions to us, that'd be great as well.
I mean, we are happy that, you know, she's willing to do the interview, because, you know, it's a colleague
may
of
be
one
a
of our
culture.
colleagues, and
Private business, private
yeah,
life.
private business. You're going to disclose how it work over there and how it work for them. You know, I remember in, I think, which episode was it? The one that talk about when we spoke about does size matter? We talk about pussy in a bag and all of them stuff there, you know. So they have to deal with that pussy in a bag and that. And as a matter of fact, if you, I can't even say all them stuff they what we talk about. But when you come
Yeah,
next
man,
week,
rapid.
Next week.
yeah, when you
She
come
married
next week,
rapid. So stop
Chacha
asking
girl.
questions.
Oh my God.
Chacha girl. What does Chacha girl mean?
I don't know.
She look good. Oh,
You
I'm so
decide
sorry.
yourself for the student. Decide yourself for the
You
student.
decide.
I give up. I give up on rapid.
Rapid. Man, I know what to do. Rapid right now.
If
Well,
I,
people- I'll wrap it up and say, I'm just want to say this doing now. I think as we go back to the beating thing, and your children, I think the generation of kids, and this is my summary.
Yes, rapid right.
Generation
Yeah.
of kids today are much softer than us because of how us as many of us as parents are growing them, and I think I'm not saying we're gonna abuse our kids, but and if you, as somebody said earlier, that sometimes if you can't talk to them and you talk to them and they're we're talking to, but some of them you have to probably touch them up 1 or 2 times. So then they're soft. You understand? We notice that these days we go out playground, make out a carpet, and when we grew up a concrete, you understand? When we grew up, kids we don't wear helmet, kids wear helmet and no one shin pad when they go up on bicycle and all that thing. Them kids are too soft, man. They're too soft. You understand? Yeah, man, they're too soft, man. My son get no helmet and no shin pad. You understand? He drop off right. Yeah, you understand?
That doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
Safety
we talk about that,
first.
but
safety, Ryan.
no,
Is it-
I not get none. Drop off.
Eh?
Oh my
Ah,
God.
Jesus.
All right. I want everybody to summarize it quickly. I'll wrap the show. I want everybody to give a summary. So, Ryan, what's your summary?
Yeah, man, me done this.
Leon.
Yeah, the beating thing, you might can do it sometimes, but for me, it is abuse. So if you can avoid it, avoid it.
Okay.
And in
All
terms,
right.
in terms of man slapping or hitting a woman, if you feel like she threatening your life or she gonna attack you or hurt you, we don't see why you can't defend yourself.
My boxing are
Okay.
them done.
Yeah,
All
but
right. All right.
let me not say explicitly, but
Le-
we just feel like people can defend themselves when they are a man or a woman.
Okay. All right, Leonie, let me hear you.
Beating a child depends on the child. And if you're continuously beating the child and the beatings ain't working, can a man hitting a woman ever be justified? You have to be fearing for your life. If a man is fearing for them life, then even then, no man, sorry, it's not justified. A man hitting a woman is just not justified in my books. That's me.
Okay.
Um,
Fabian, go, JC.
Okay, so I'm just saying, beating for children, I think the older the child gets, the less the beating should be. More talking, less beating as the older the child gets. Woman beating men beating women. It should not be something that is practiced. Should not be. Either way. And if this is the language of your relationship, it's the wrong relationship that you're in. That's it.
True. All right, Fabian.
Beating should be allowed. Kids do need discipline, and I believe beating is one of the ways that you discipline your child. Yes, as you said, beat and teach. That is very important. One must beat and also teach. But remember, the younger you are, you can't really use a lot of words to get through to kids, right? So you have to make it short and spicy. The older they are, that's why I agree with Jason when you say less beating, more talking, because then they'll be more attentive to what you have to say. As it relates to man beating a woman, I don't think anyone should hit each other in a relationship. Woman must hit man, man must hit woman. It's just strictly abuse. And remember, as men, no matter what anyone wants to say, our hands are there to protect, not to hurt. So therefore, no situation should we ever have to raise our hands. We need to just know to defend ourselves if she come in a very threatening way. Or run. Don't be afraid to run. Run, man.
Run. No, Leon not run doing it.
No, me not run.
Run. She can't
me
come
not
with
run.
here, no knife. Me a run.
Oh, knife.
Exactly. Yeah,
Me run and call the police. But all right. When it comes to beating children, as I said earlier, beat and teach. I think the Bible says foolishness is in the heart of the child. Children, they generally they are foolish. They're foolish thoughts and their foolish ways. And sometimes you have to basically use the rod to get rid of those foolish behavior. Now, if your child is a child that can be spoken to and them listen and you never beat them a belt, then that's a good child. And you don't have to use any rod, right? Ryan, my brother, he is a good child. He didn't get much beat. I mean, you can speak to him and he listens, right? Me, who don't see already, right? We cut from the same cloth, but I had to get beaten, stubborn, everything. Right, and that's why I grew up.
So mommy, I have to go to school for them boy, you know.
For the teacher and all the things. But I don't regret it one bit. I thank her and thank my father for those beatings over the years. But I think early age beating is good. Get rid of the foolishness. After a while, you don't have to beat them no more. Trust me. You cannot talk to them, right? When it comes to the man putting their hand on a woman now, that is a no-no for me. Because here's what, right? As what Fabian said, nobody should have put their hand on either person, right? But if the woman actually, some confrontation and she get out her hand and she put her hand on you, the man, I think you should just navigate yourself out of the situation. Either ease her off, you probably something. Navigate yourself out of it. You don't have to be punching her, slapping her, anything, or hit her like a man, right? I don't think that's wrong completely. And if she continues to abuse you physically or mentally, I'm begging you, please leave the relationship. It's a toxic relationship and it won't go far. It will do more hurt than good, right? So that is my 2 cents, and I want to just thank everybody for tuning in. Please remember to share the channel. Also remember to click the notification bell because you people are forgetting when we go live. So you want to be notified when we go live. Click notification bell now. It's not hard. Just click the bell and click. And when you click after that, all or something like that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Right?
And remember, people, next
All.
week we announce the winner for the month of October. So stay tuned. All right.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you guys for all your
And
comments.
yeah, remember the topic for next week. Polygamy will have somebody to interviewing somebody. Bring all your questions. Go rapid, take it easy. All right. All right, guys. All right.
Peace out. We're out.